Meteorologist Bob Lindmeyer, as things are going to be changing overnight, Bob.
They are. We're going to see some scattered thunderstorms rumbled into the area. We haven't heard the sound of thunder for a while, but that's what's coming our way. So what are we tracking? First of all, some overnight storms. They're not going to be widespread by any means, and for the most part, they will be below severe limits. So good news there. It's going to be followed by seasonal warmth to finish off the week. But there's some heat on the horizon, and it looks like we could be hitting the upper 80s to lower 90s by early next week. So here's what's happening. There's a severe thunderstorm watch box just been issued now that includes portions of south central Minnesota, and you can see the thunderstorms that are intensifying, especially just to the west of Minneapolis. But across southern Wisconsin, nothing is occurring, and it will stay that way through the evening. It's going to be closer to midnight before those storms start to cross the Mississippi River. But right now, it's just a beautiful late afternoon. Temperatures are in the upper 70s to lower 80s, as warm as 84 degrees currently in Janesville. It's 82 in Prairie du Chien, also in Montello. Over the upper Midwest, there's quite a contrast. Still quite cool as you go into the UP. Marquette's been in the 60s all week long. Right now, 63 degrees, but most of the area is just like us in the lower 80s. Showers and storms have been firing up, and we have a couple of severe thunderstorm watch boxes. Here's the latest one that includes portions of southern Minnesota and northwest Wisconsin. It's still possible another severe thunderstorm watch could be issued that goes down into Iowa a little bit later on this evening. And this is why we have a low pressure system and cool front moving through the region, but it's not an impressive system by any means. The system itself is fairly weak. The air is dry, so I'm not looking for anything widespread. And by 3:47 in the morning, the showers and thunderstorms will be moving on by, and I think through most of the day on Thursday, dry conditions will prevail, and it will be quite pleasant. High pressure will then slowly push through the region, and under that high, we should continue to see dry conditions and seasonal warmth. Looks good in terms of being outdoors. But we do have this potential tonight, and it includes a slight risk that includes northwest Wisconsin going back into Iowa, but you can see for southern Wisconsin, it's a marginal risk, a lower risk threat that includes areas from Madison going to the west and north, to the south and east of Madison. It's a non-severe thunderstorm threat. If there is any severe storms, it'll be in the form of some larger hail, but I think it's going to be mainly over far western and northern fringes of our viewing area. Let's track it out on Future Track, and you can see through midnight, conditions are quiet, at least around here, but here come the thunderstorms, and a few of them could be quite strong with, again, a hail threat. But they should be weakening as they move across southern Wisconsin, and by 6 a.m., most of the action's out of here with dry conditions to follow. Temperatures overnight will be dropping down into the 60s, not as cool as the past few mornings when we reached the 50s. Tomorrow afternoon will be in the mid to upper 70s, into the 50s by Friday morning, and then Friday afternoon up around the 80-degree mark. Looking good in terms of comfortable conditions. Our forecast tonight, a few showers and thunderstorms in the early morning hours, especially west and north of Madison, a low of 65 degrees. For tomorrow, mostly sunny skies. There could be a few isolated showers and storms possible early, but mainly east of Madison, high 79, winds west and northwest 5 to 15. Then I think we'll have some dry weather for a couple of days. There's a chance for a few hit and miss storms this weekend, and then after that, we could have some very warm weather coming in Tuesday and Wednesday of next week.
Well, it's nice to see Concert on the Square can go on tonight after so many cancellations.
They've been unlucky, but no problems this evening.
Yeah, they'll get through it.
Yeah.
Thanks, Bob.